Hello, my name is David, and today I'm going to be talking about deploying Java in an Active Directory environment. And we're going to deploy it using Windows 2008 Server R2, and we're going to deploy it to an environment running Windows 7 Service Pack 1 workstations all joined to the domain. Alright, so let's get started. First we're going to go ahead and download Java onto the server, and we're going to put it in a share that is accessible to all the workstations. So to do this, I typically find it easiest to just go to java.com and then click on the free download for Java. But rather than clicking on the big button that downloads Java with a bunch of added bloatware, I typically just go and click on the offline installer link and then see all Java versions. This will allow me to download Java kind of as an offline installer as the whole file, and it won't necessarily bundle that program with some of the crapware that Oracle usually sticks on it, like Chrome or the McAfee system scanner. Alright, so once I've downloaded that, I'm going to go ahead and launch that installable file. And once I've launched it, I'll grab the actual MSI for that installer from the local app data folder. So all I really have to do is just launch the installer on my server and then navigate to app data, and I want to go to app data local low sun Java, and this is going to show me all the Java runtime environments that I've tried to install on my machine, including the latest update, Java 7 version, update 67. And so I'm going to go in here and grab these two files. These two files will only be here if the Java installer is currently running. So I'm going to grab them and copy them to a deployment share that is on this server in a folder called Java 7 update 67. So let's go ahead and create that directory. There we go. And I'm going to go ahead and paste those files in there. And these files are going to be shared out of my server. If I go to DC slash, and look at the other shares, there's a deployment share here, and there's my Java update 67 folder in my file. So this is actually being shared out by the domain controller and accessible to all the workstations. If I went on a workstation, I would be able to hit that share as well and browse that particular file. This is important. If client workstations aren't able to access these files, then the deployment will not work. Alright, so now I've got that set up. I'm going to go ahead and open my I can actually just proceed with this install and get it installed on my server. My server is not going to be part of this deployment, so I'll just manually install this on my server while I'm at it. It's not necessary. If you don't need Java on your server, just let this be. It's probably safer not to have Java on your server, but I use my server for all kinds of stuff, so I'll just install it. Alright, now that we've got that out of the way, let's go ahead and open up the group policy management on the server. And this will go ahead and be the piece that will allow us to create a group policy object that will go ahead and be responsible for installing the server on client workstation. So by default, I have all these group policy objects that I have created. And I tend to, get this out of the way, I tend to name my group policy objects by prepending them with C or U, depending on whether it's a computer or user-based policy object. So I'm going to go ahead and create a new policy object here for deploying our Java, and it's going to be a computer-based policy, so I'm going to prepend that with C, and I'm going to name it deploy JRE. So we're going to name it appropriately, so we'll be able to see that this is the GPO for deploying the Java runtime environment. I'm going to click OK to that. And I'm going to find my group policy object and edit it. So this is the one that we just created. And I'm going to go expand under the computer configuration. This is a computer-based policy. Policies, and then software settings, and then click software installation. Now I'm going to navigate to new and select package, and then browse to my network share location. It's important that we use UNC notation here of where I stored my Java update. So you can see here I've done this before, and I'm just going to go ahead and select the latest directory and then the latest Java JRE update MSI file. Note that I can only deploy MSI objects, so if I don't have an MSI I won't be able to deploy it using this method. So since we do have an MSI, which we extracted from the app data folder, we're going to go ahead and select that and click open. It's going to ask us whether or not we want to do an assigned deployment or an advanced deployment. If you have an MST file for the Java that can enable and disable some features, you can click on advanced. We're just going to go ahead and choose the assigned method, which is the easiest for now, and click OK. Alright, now my system here has updated my policy so that it's going to be deploying Java 7 update 67 to all my workstations. Now all I have to do is I have to link this policy object that I've just created in the right organizational unit that contains my computers. If I look in Active Directory for this particular domain environment, I will find that the computer objects, it takes a moment to load here, the computer objects that I'm looking for, which is my Windows 7 computer and my XP Service Pack 3 computer, are located in the DD Computers organizational unit. My Windows 7 workstation is actually located here. This is a virtual workstation, part of my virtual environment. But yes, this computer actually in Active Directory exists within the DD Computers organizational unit. So that's where we're going to link that new group policy object that we've created. So I'm going to exit out of this and go back to my group policy management editor. Click on the DD Computers organizational unit, and here link an existing group policy object which we created earlier, and I'm going to select here the deploy Java JRE group policy object. And now that we've linked it to this particular group policy, we're going to go ahead and do a GP update command on the server to make sure that the server is issuing these out to the client whenever they log on. So we're going to do GP update and let that run on the server. And this will complete the piece that we have to do on the server. Now we'll just have to reboot the workstation, and the workstation should pick up this new policy from the server and then install the Java update. As we can see here on the current system, Java is not installed. If we navigate down to Programs and Features, you can see that there's no Java installed on this computer at the moment. Alright, so let's go ahead and reboot the workstation and click on Restart. And I'm going to pause this video while that workstation is rebooting and then resume it when the machine is coming right back up. Alright, and Windows is in the process of rebooting here. This is the client workstation again. And so once it's finished rebooting, we're going to go ahead and check and make sure that our Java software got installed. So the initial reboot after deployment of software may take some time. It may, machines may display the please wait dialog for a while, and that's mostly because what's happening underneath the hood is that your managed software is being deployed. If you get a situation where it just hangs at please wait forever, then chances are what you've done is when you removed an existing software package from an existing group policy and decided to deploy a new piece of software just like Java, you selected to remove you most likely selected to remove the software immediately from workstations, and this can have negative consequences. I would delete that policy and recreate it using just the new package. Alright, so let's go ahead and log on to our workstation. And we can launch Internet Explorer and check out Java got deployed properly. But I can already see that it got deployed. It's asking me about enabling the add-ins because these two icons got created. But we can go ahead and check Java by Googling the Java verify site and then just verifying that it's installed and configured properly. And voila, we have deployed successfully Java version 7, update 67 to our workstation, and the workstation now has it installed. So that's really all there is to it. If you have any questions, just drop them in the comment section, or contact me via my blog, where this will also be covered. Thanks.